So I've been getting an interesting amount of people asking me about Nebula Zeldris, if it's runnable with the new Meliodas over Demon King, either because they don't have Demon King or because Demon King has less CC than their Nebula Zeldris due to maybe not having any dupes at all. Is this guy better? I mean, especially, you know, he has a Holy Relic, which honestly, if you look at everything that he's doing, you can make an argument for him. You're giving MELI more attack related stats, lowering the enemy's attack, and with the Holy Relic you're giving basic stats. It could actually be a unit that you can make an argument for. You're going to be running this team. I kind of was thinking of running this right here, like Kusok in the front, and then Chandler in the back. Green Chandler should just get like a full-on passives, you know, that should help out MELI do more damage, because, you know, Green Chandler increases damage per debuff on enemies as well. I'm using Green Sauriel Link on Zeldris for that Holy Relic. You know, if you do one AoE with Zeldris, you proc the debuff, you get all 6 debuffs, that's max out 15% basic stats. But I think that that team would be much more viable after like Kusok and Green Chandler get their Holy Relics, if maybe the Holy Relics are kind of like Zeldris, where they do have some selfish part, like this relic only increases damage for Zeldris, but there's the basic stat part, so hopefully Kusok could get something like this, where it's basic stats based as well. Oh, I should have made the comparison, but Zeldris doesn't have that much less CC than Demon King. Let me actually open here this website that has the CC list. Let's do this. Zeldris actually doesn't have much less CC than the Demon King, mostly because of the relic. You know, Demon King doesn't have a relic, and Zeldris does. And Zeldris off release, I'm pretty sure, had really high CC. Oh, my browser doesn't have Google Translate installed on this Japanese website. I don't know where anything is where. Okay, I found it. So Demon King is actually the... Dude. MELI has more CC than all the LRs? Are you trolling? I'm looking at the website. I guess I can show on screen as well. Wait, give me a second. I did not know this. MELI actually has more CC than all the LRs? What? I wonder what they're not taking into account. This website ranks by level 100, 6-star Super Awakening. I'm pretty sure the only thing that it doesn't count is like cosmetics that aren't free. I need to check in the game. But so Demon King is the highest CC character after the LRs and I guess MELI. And then also 37.4k base. And then you go down, like Zeldris is quite a bit under, but it's like 2,000 less. If you compare to like non-festival characters and stuff, like Zeldris is pretty high. Zeldris is actually still pretty high. Obviously Demon King, he's a newer festival, so obviously he's way higher. Yeah, I just compared. The new MELI has 1,000 more CC than LR Lost Bane. It was 2,000, but then I took off the True Awakening that this MELI has and my Lost Bane doesn't. I thought they were either even or like LR had Lost Bane had more. Guess I was wrong. So talking about, you know, Zeldris' passive, 12% attack related stats, obviously really good, and you got the 15% basic stats. Is that, you know, a net positive over using Demon King? Yes and no. Like, obviously the basic stats are good, and then you add the basic stats from Esterosa as well, like all the basic stat buffs, and then 12% attack related stats is really good, and your attack lowering the enemy. But Demon King's debuff, Demon King's debuff is just way too insane. The fact that they even thought that his debuff was okay is insane to me. Just do something like this. Because obviously sealing the healing from Tarmiel Link is good enough. But lowering crit defense and crit resistance by 40%, genuinely, like, what even is that card? Like, if you're facing like legit any team in the game except Goddess team, DK blows like the support DPS out of the water compared to the Zeldris. Like, it's not even comparable. The 40% crit defense lower is way better than 12% attack release. No, maybe not way better. I'll have to like check the numbers, like which one would actually be more, like how much more the 40% would entail. But I can't imagine being worse. I cannot imagine being worse. And you're guaranteeing every crit pretty much. If you face a Goddess team, which here and there you still face them, then yeah, like this Zeldris might be better in terms of that, like the DPS increase, because you are still getting the 12% attack release stats and you are still getting the basic stats from him. But like that's pretty much it. When it comes down to anything else, the Demon King crit resistance and crit defense lower is just way too strong to even compare, really. Like it's just it's that card is insane. It was insane day one when it came out, and it still is. Oh, this guy's also running Zeldris. But you know, if you have the option, I will confidently tell you that I think Demon King is pretty much better, even with all the benefits from Zeldris towards melee. The damage cap is also great. I wouldn't say, you know, right now. Oh, the attack lower from Zeldris actually allowed him to survive pretty much here. You know, right now it's not like it's impossible to deal with. Everyone is going to be running an infect, mainly from the Demon King, so dealing with that damage cap Tormio Link isn't the hardest thing ever. But, you know, it's still something you have to deal with when you're facing Demon King, while with Zeldris, I mean, I do like the fact that, for example, I actually can run Tormio Link on Estarossa, because Estarossa ends up being the generally easiest to kill character on the team. Now with Zeldris, I don't know, maybe Zeldris is the easiest, but I can run Tormio Link on him instead of running, you know, on DK. I'm trying to find here, okay? I'm trying to find the reasons here, but that would be the only reason why I'll run Zeldris over DK. It's if your DK is like 1-6 and your Zeldris 6-6, so Zeldris is gonna have probably more CC, right? Your Zeldris is like full cosmetic up, your DK isn't, and or you don't have DK at all. Like maybe you just got unlucky, you didn't pull for DK when he came out, and you know this banner had him, but maybe you just got unlucky. Okay, I guess not everyone's gonna be having infect, because Sin teams do not have infect. Not that it really matters. It's really like it's kind of sad, but it's whoever goes first wins. Sins have a decent advantage over demons in that regard. I'm pretty sure the Sins team has more CC than demons. Oh, maybe not actually. Estarossa definitely pushes you down, but I'm thinking, you know, right now especially, anyone that's like actually farming is gonna have the Sin team fully True Awakened, which is actually 4000 CC. But demons is harder. Maybe you have Chu, or if you're a nutcase, you have like 3. I have 2 of my demons True Awakened. But Sins is different because it's mostly different race characters except like LR Escanor. Or, you know, you could be running King, but then you're not with that CC advantage, so there's that. I'll be curious to see like what most people are running with melee, because I get a pretty varied, a pretty varied, you know, amount of teams here. Most, if I had to make like a pie chart, I would say like 35 to 40% are running demons, classic demons, or maybe standard would be a better word, demons. Estarossa, DK, melee, Kusok in the back. But then you have the Sins with Merlin in the front. You have the Sins like you just saw here with DN. Then you have the Sins with Liz, I've seen. Weird, but okay. I've seen obviously the Sins with Merlin in the front with Escanor in the back. but also the Sins with King in the front. Haven't seen much of that lately, probably because, you know, it does have less AC and you want to go first. Meli's interesting, you know, he's not a very boring character. They super, like, specific. I would say, you know, Purgatory Meli last year was definitely a character I liked, but that part where you restricted him to only demons was kind of unfortunate. Not that he was only run on demons, but pretty much, right? You're giving damage reduction to your whole team, you know, and you're only giving that damage reduction to demons. Maybe they thought it was too strong. Actually, I think back then, they weren't thinking too much about making characters that would work on multiple teams. You can tell, you know, from looking at Bond. When Anniversary Bond came out, he was kind of a Sims only character until essentially they were like, okay, you guys clearly don't like the design of this character. Let's make him usable with like more types of characters like humans, even fairies. And since then, you know, we got Liz, which I think, if not for Bond having the pushback that it got, Liz would have been a goddess only unit. I think so. And now this Meli, again, maybe, I don't know, but maybe, if not for the pushback that Bond got, they wouldn't have learned from it and probably made this character a demon only. But who knows? I think that, you know, that Bond pushback with the buff after did have lasting good effects, in my opinion. You know, character designs seem to be a lot more, how can I put this into words? Made for working in different situations, not just one specific thing like Bond was. Pretty good. Pretty good, I like that. Even if Meli is extremely convoluted, you know, at least he's interesting. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try out that team I talked about with Cusack in the front and Green Chandler on the back. That's like full. That tier link is not doing anything. That tier link is not doing anything on that sort. I think he thinks that tier link works on any character. It does not. I'm telling you right now, it does not. You know what? I'll end it here. Alright, I'll try that team later, sometime.